Welcome to Ascent Magic Carpet Sky Suite 11180. The Sky Suite is located behind another door, and you have a hallway where you share with one other cabin. So this could be nice if you have a family and you need adjoining cabins. This is the first time we've been in a Magic Carpet Sky Suite, and you could see the room. It looks similar to other rooms, except here we have a wall as you first come in, and there's no little piece of coral and extra shells on the corner. So there's a little less storage than other Sky Suites. Here you have a closet area with shelves, shoe shine laundry kit, safe, and 3 drawers. On this shelf was a beach bag, which you could see here. It looks like a newer version of the beach bags. Instead of a gray, it's more of a white. You can see the material here, and it's a good size still that you could take with you when you leave. So the previous Sky Suites we had and beyond, the bed was actually facing the balcony. But this, in the Magic Carpet Sky Suite, it faces the wall, or actually the TV. On one side of the bed, near the bathroom and the closet, you have a nice small phone. Works very well, thin phone. And you have a plug outlet and 2 USBs. The other side of the bed does not have any plug outlets. So right next to the bed is the closet. I really don't like the closets next to the bed because you have, as you open the doors, it kind of blocks you getting in. But there's 2 nice retreat robes. And in the Sky Suites and higher, they also come with slippers too. So that'll be nice. Normal suites or normal rooms do not come with slippers. So you can see here, and they feel nice and plush and soft too. So there's a little less storage in this Magic Carpet Sky Suite. And on beyond the Sky Suite, we had the bathroom mirror overlooked the room, and you could slide it so that you could see out through into the bedroom. But here in this Magic Carpet Sky Suite, you have a mirror to the left, and it doesn't slide or open really. So as you walk in, on your left, you have a big sink with storage space. You can see Q-tips, cotton balls, and that's a shower cap, and body lotion. And here to the left or the right is the toilet. And you have a door which you could shut. And this is the shower. So it's a little less room to get in than the previous Sky Suite we had before, a normal Sky Suite. And here is the makeup or vanity area. You see there's a makeup mirror. And here is the shower. So it has these nice spray areas that spray water. In case you don't want to get your hair wet, you could just use those and not have the water come from on top. It's a nice rainfall shower. And it's got like a little tub for a really small bath as well. And it's just a little step in as well, as you can see how high it is. And over there is the vanity area. So when you arrive, you'll get an email, or before you arrive, you'll get an email from the retreat concierge, and they'll ask what kind of wine or sparkling wine you'd like. And so this was waiting for us. It's no longer chilled as it was before, but it says that you could talk to your butler or your stateroom attendant and get some ice for it as well. And then here is other storage, big drawers. You can see it's got a lot of room. And down here is your mini bar. And we ask our stateroom attendant to clear it out so we have room for our own waters in here. So he'll do that later. So what was here when we arrived was these 4 bottles of water, and the stateroom attendant would replenish them for you in a sky suite. We just talked to Edwin, the head butler, and I asked him to bring some Evian bottles of water instead every day or every few days. And so he'll do that. And this other bottle of champagne was from our travel agent. So on the table here is your plug outlet box with 2 USB, 110s, 2 110s, and 1 220. And then on the table is this gray folder. In here you could see that these are the hours for embarkation day. Here's the places for lunch. You have for Lumini for the retreat for a sky suite, lunch from 11:30 to 1:30. Here are all the different restaurants for dinner, the Ocean View Cafe hours, and Cafe Al Baccio. For this room, the muster station was in Cafe Al Baccio at the very end, the opposite end of the bar. So that's where we checked in for our muster. And these are the Captain's Club Elite or higher events. So you have Lumini for the breakfast, but if you didn't have that, you could always go to the Le Grand Bistro and have a continental breakfast. Think cold things, just no hot food. You have cocktail hour, the cocktail lounges, a create and pour. Unfortunately, this is going to be during our port day, so we will miss the create and pour. And you can see the theater experience is when you actually could talk to some of the singers and dancers and have a Q&A section and go behind the stage and see what their dressing room looks like. I made reservations as soon as we boarded and called them up. Since previously we did that and it got sold out, we had to go on a wait list. So make reservations the day you arrive. So these are all the events, and you have a private departure lounge. So every cabinet, regardless if you're in a sky suite or not, gets one of these little Effie lockets, and you could open it up and you could get little gems and things to put in there. So you could go, encourage you to go to the Effie store down below, and you could get all these little charms to put in there on different days and times. And it's free to go, you just maybe wait in a line, or you could just skip all that and just take this little locket home. It's free. And it opens up, and you can put other little things in like a lock of hair or tiny seashells. So it makes a little gift. So as Sky Suite or higher, you've got access to the Lumini restaurant, and the retreat sundeck has a pool and hot tubs. You could see here in the retreat, there's beverage service, some morning bites, and afternoon tea from 3:30 to 4:30 with little sandwiches, desserts, and then evening bites 5:30 to 8:30. These are the hours for the bar service too, and concierge. And this gives, and if you're in the retreat class, you also get reserved seating for the shows, for the big production shows. So you could see. So you may meet on the upper deck, deck 5, and at certain times you could see it's 7:20 as opposed to 7:30, and 9:20 as opposed to 7:30 when the show starts. So 10 minutes before, and there'll be some seats saved for you. So that's the retreat, some of the perks there. This is what I do for my cruises is I make an agenda of anytime we have reservations I list by date, and I put how much I paid, and the confirmation number in case there's any problem later on. And then any excursions I have, I put the time that it's supposed to be. And then check also when you arrive, because your tickets will be in there, and any important changes. And for instance, the swimming with the pigs was supposed to be 8 o'clock meeting, and it's now 8:30. So check in there for your tickets, and then make sure you got them all. But also also check the morning now before you leave the ship your phone messages, because last cruise we had an excursion canceled, and they were calling us to let us know it got canceled, and we wouldn't have known otherwise. We would have been standing outside waiting, trying to find a line. But you want to go and check your phone too, just in case it does get canceled. So I put little notes, just includes lunch and how much I paid too, so that way in case they cancel, I do know how much should be coming back as onboard credit later on. So I put I looked at the agenda or the itinerary and put some of the different shows or things we wanted to do. So for NASA, or the first port day is Chic Night, and we have the reserved seating. So just a tip for it, if you go and pre-reserve dinner reservations, or you want to go to certain events, is I create a little list for myself to keep myself straight about what days and times I may need to go to Le Voyage, you know, how much it costs and how much it normally is. And we had been on Ascent in December, and like, oh, the Awaken show, that was good, so we want to do that again. And Shine the Night show party, that's we may want to do that. And so those are my little notes that I bring with me too for each trip. So this is the Magic Carpet Sky Suite. It's a little less storage than other Sky Suites you've been on, and the bathroom is a little different. I like the other one better, with the view of the room and out the door. You had the balcony, the view before, with the bed pointing towards that, and the bathroom overlooked it. But the best thing here so far I've seen is that you've got 2 lounge chairs. The first time we've had 2 lounge chairs, and the normal traditional seats and tables. So it's a big balcony. And this is the locked position. To unlock it, you turn the bar down. And then to rent the door, if you want to keep your door open at night, your air conditioning, will turn off, but you could lock it in place with the door partially open, so that way it won't move back and forth when it's wavy. So you can lock it in place, and that's a good idea if you're going to be outside too, to lock it in place so that way it doesn't shut you outside on the balcony. And here is the balcony. You have a traditional balcony, not an infinite veranda. As it is open for fresh air. So we're on deck 11, and you could see above, since this is a Magic Carpet Sky Suite, there's the Magic Carpet. So it's got a lot of shade. It has, of course, it's covered, and then you have the Magic Carpet that's hanging out over. So it'll be very protected from the rain and things like that, but it will be definitely in the shade if you have a Magic Carpet, especially on the 11th floor. So that's the view. It's not really obstructed because you have to look up to see the Magic Carpet. So we are at Port Everglades. See over there Royal Caribbean and Holland America. So this is the view from the Magic Carpet Sky Suite 11-180. So the first night, it was very quiet. We sleep with our balcony door open, and we didn't hear any noise. But it is a very windy, wavy day with 10 to 20 foot waves. And although we don't hear any creaking, you could hear with the wind tunnel effect a bit coming through the door, even though it's shut. And this is the room service menu. It was tucked away in the bedside table this time. You could put the hang tag on your door before 2 a.m. And these are the delivery times. We do like to get room service breakfast when we have a port day. And you can see here that these are the breakfast items. So on the left side, if you're in a normal cabin, the continental items have free delivery. If you're in a retreat, you could also get the premium items delivered for free. All room service is free for Sky Suites and higher. If you are in a normal cabin, inside, outside, ocean view, porthole, then you'd have to pay a little extra delivery charge to get the hot items delivered for breakfast. And if you do want, ketchup for your eggs, or, cream or almond milk for your coffee, make sure you do put that on, you add that on to your hang tag. Then for later in the day, here's the soups and salads and the main courses you could get and desserts. And here's the children's menu. Yes, the head butler, Edwin, for bottled water, and he's been very good keeping it stocked every day. Our cabin steward brings bottles of water, the plastic ones, but I wanted regular bottles. So he's been excellent about, Edwin's been keeping us really well stocked in bottles of water. And then I also did ask for a bottle opener too for the big bottles. I'd wanted some big bottles. So we are well set with water in our cabin.